When I began the Circle Drive-In Theater painting, I started with a rough sketch to see how I wanted to place everything, working from the photographs I had from the Businessmen Studio. These photographs, as you can see, the ship design on the screen tower was the original theater, opened in about 1948. I worked my sketch, cleaned my sketch up some, and added the picture of the clown, which was put there in 1954. Working from my smaller sketch, the original sketch, I projected the image on the tracing paper that would be my guide for my painting. I used a ruler to set up the vanishing points and to get the accurate perspective for the drawing. Here's a closer view of the screen tower showing the perspective lines. I used die-cast models. This one wasn't the right color, so I had to repaint it. Collectible Automobile magazine has been very helpful, along with books on cars of the 50s, fabulous cars of the 50s and the 40s and so forth. I take the models outside and try to get the correct time of day, take photographs with the digital camera to get the sky light hitting it just right, get the reflections. As you can see, I have repainted the car, and now I've got it down there near the highway where there's no trees in the way to get the skylight just right. Here you can see the sketch that I've made as I've added the 55 Chevrolet to the tracing paper, which I'll be working from. The sky sets the tone for any painting, and I wanted this to be a Texas sunset with a lot of color. As a matter of fact, where this theater was, where the old Kmart used to be on College Street in Beaumont, you would be looking into the western sky from this angle. I like bright colors, and I want this painting to be very colorful, using a lot of primary colors. Here I have the screen tower almost completed with a picture of the clown. The color itself, I only have black and white photographs, but I am just using my imagination to put this color in. Now I'm pretty sure about the color of the neon. Here I am working from the photographs that I got off the internet of these theaters that were owned by Claude Ezel and W.G. Underwood in Texas. They all had a very similar clown painting done by the same man who painted the mural. Here's some detail on the neon. Finishing up the neon on this on the detail work. Some of these pictures, I have a giraffe and different animals and different people in them. They're all slightly different. There was probably 4 or 5 of these theaters around Texas. One of them was the Chalk Hill Theater. Another one was the Belknap up near Dallas.
Wait, are these actually in the photo, these animals? Are these actually in the photo?
Yes, these particular people and animals and so forth are in the photo that I worked from. Here are my models for the 55 Chevrolet. The title of this painting is Goin Steady, and even though Elvis's song, Won't You Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, didn't come out until 1958, I'm using that theme for this painting. Here I am working on the drawing on the tracing paper, which will be transferred to the panel from my models. Here's a little closer shot of my photographs of my models. I'm working on, I want the ring to show up. As I begin to do the painting, you'll see that I use a dark background to make that ring show up. It's awful small, but I want it to show up. The hands are some of the hardest things to get accurate. That takes probably more time than anything. The young man I used as a model didn't have his arm in the right place, so I had to put about a 60-year-old arm up there, but I'll adjust that when I paint it. Here's my fine-looking die-cast 55 Chevy. Now here's a real one at the Silsbee Auto Show. I finally got the kids painted in, and the ring I use is actually my 30th anniversary ring from Westinghouse. It's a collector's item now. The young man on the left didn't look quite right, so I had to rework his face and put a smile on him with a have his teeth showing. Now that I have the kids in the Chevy pretty well worked out, I still have to work on I'll be working on the cars in the background, the cars going through the ticket booth, and over on the right, I'll get those done, and there'll be some kids in the back of the Nomad. The last thing I'll be painting probably will be, I'll have get the car painted, the 55 Chevy in the foreground, get that done, and then I'll be working on the signs, the movies that will be playing. We'll announce that soon as I get the latest slides added in a few days.